Islanders, there's so much going on in the cruise industry this week. Cruise lines continue to rejoice as they see record days, record weeks, and record months. We will review all the news from cruise lines as they continue to break records. We also have news on the show today of a rogue wave hitting a cruise ship, killing an American passenger and injuring others. And lastly, an amazing story from a Royal Caribbean ship. An expecting mama is cruising as expecting mamas want to do. She's on board. She's having a good time. She experiences maybe some contractions. And a baby is born. Wait until you hear this awesome story. Let's share the latest in cruising and cruise news right now on Island Time. A big happy Saturday to all you Islanders. I hope you're enjoying your weekend. We are on Island Time. I am Derek, and it is time that we drop our anchors. We take some time to relax in the islands together. There's so much that's taken place this last week in the cruise industry. We're going to get to that in a second, but we're glad you're here. You're on the show today. I want to invite you to join us tomorrow night, 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time. We will go live. We'll have fun together, play games, question and answer, all of it. Plan right now to join us. Let's talk about cruising. Let's talk about this record week in the travel industry. I tried to capture all the records, and I know I'm leaving out some records, but I had to capture this. Celebrity Cruises breaks their record for Black Friday and Cyber Monday bookings. It was their best ever. Seabourn post a record-breaking month for November of 2022. Holland America reports record-breaking Black Friday bookings. Royal Caribbean, the Black Friday sale that they had and the bookings that they had was the single largest bookings day in their 53-year history. Carnival Cruise Line shared the same thing. Record bookings for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. It has been busy, and so many of you have booked cruises. And I mention all of this to also say this. We've been busy at Island Time Travel. We tried to respond to emails within minutes, if not an hour, but it's been busy. We are still working on requests. We get caught up. We feel good about ourselves. Then we refresh that inbox, and here comes a dozen new emails. Stick with us. We're going to get to you this weekend. Amanda and I are working all weekend, and if you're looking at booking your cruise, if you want us to manage a cruise that you've already booked, email us at travel@bookislandtime.com. It's great times for the cruise industry, for you stockholders who have stayed in there the last several years. Hopefully, this trajectory will keep going, and stock prices will continue to climb. Let's talk about this story. It's a story that several of you have sent me. Several of my friends who refuse to cruise, who are scared to cruise, sent me this story. It is out there and it is buzzing on social media. A rogue wave has hit a cruise ship and killed an American passenger and injured 4 others. Look at this story here. What is a rogue wave? The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration says this about rogue waves. They are rare. Very rare, but they do take place. Rogue waves are extreme storm waves that are greater than twice the size of surrounding waves. They are very unpredictable. They're hard to say, here comes a rogue wave, and often come unexpectedly from directions other than prevailing waves or waves that are already coming in that direction. Most reports of rogue waves say that they look like walls of water. And unfortunately, a rogue wave has hit the Viking Polaris, killing 1 American woman and injuring 4 others. It all took place as this ship was off the coast of Argentina this week. The ship was carrying passengers. A storm took place, and this rogue wave hit the ship. It broke glass windows. It caused damage to the ship. And this woman was injured, of course, when all this chaos ensued because of the rogue wave. She eventually passed away from her injuries. And first off, all of our community here at Island Time, we have this woman in our thoughts, our prayers, her family in our thoughts and prayers, the 4 that were injured in our thoughts and prayers. That is what is most important. We're thinking of you. We're praying for you. Islanders, please send your condolences to these families in the comment section below. The Viking Polaris, of course, ended that current sailing. They returned all passengers, make sure that they got home, and the sailing after has indeed been canceled. Not many of us have ever experienced anything like this, but we have experienced accidents at sea or things that were beyond our control, some of them Mother Nature. I know Amanda and I just sailed on a cruise, and it was very stormy and rocky, and there's nothing you can do but go along for the ride. Islanders, I invite you to share some of your experiences, some of those stories that maybe have only happened to you and not many others in the cruise industry. Share them with us below. We would love to hear what you've gone through, what you've seen, and are you going to continue to cruise? Let us know in the comments section below. Listen to this story. This one is different as well. Coming to us from Royal Caribbean. Now, Amanda has been in a position before where she's been expecting. We have 2 boys, and she has cruised both times she was pregnant, but cruise lines do have strict rules on who can cruise, and they have a cutoff. Early in the 20s, the 23rd, the 24th week, after that point, you cannot cruise because Royal Caribbean, Carnival, Norwegian, the cruise industry, they don't want to be in the industry of delivering babies. They don't want it to happen, but they understand, of course, that it can happen when mothers who are expecting are on board. It doesn't happen often, but it did indeed happen. This week, Royal Caribbean's Jewel of the Seas, an expecting mother, was on board. She started to feel contractions. She started to think, hey, something's going on here. So, of course, she visits the medical center. The medical center very quickly says, you're in labor. You are in labor. And listen to this. As the ship left Port Canaveral, it's headed to Jamaica with X number of passengers. You better put a +1. Someone is sailing free. Talk about the kids sail free. +1 does indeed take place. The premature baby was safely delivered on board, a preemie baby, by Dr. Patilla, a senior doctor who's on board, but also had help. I thought this was interesting. Also had help from a telecom doctor. Okay, you call someone in, someone who has experience, someone who can walk other medical professionals through. They can create a plan for what's best for that patient and for the baby. The baby is successfully delivered on board. The family was able to get off the ship there in Jamaica. The mother and the baby got the care that they needed, and they're doing well. A story that you don't hear often, but ended in a great result. We're thankful, of course, for that, and welcome to the world, little baby, and born on a cruise ship. How awesome is that? That little baby, of course, is going to be a cruiser for life. What an interesting story. Islanders, have you ever sailed with someone who's expecting? It happens all the time, and it is very safe. Usually you got to get that letter from your doctor. Usually nothing happens, but it's nice to know that in the event that something happens, you're going to be okay, and there are medical professionals there to help you through that situation. Congratulations, family. We hope everything is well. We hope you get home and start to raise that baby, and we can't wait to see him or her grow into their cruising future. Islanders, that's the show today. We hope you enjoyed our content. If so, give us a thumbs up. Of course, we invite you to subscribe to this channel if you have not done so yet. Ring the bell to receive notifications when we upload content, and you will stay in the latest with cruising and cruise news and be part of this awesome community. Islanders, we'll see you in the comment section below, and tomorrow right here on Island Time.